Yep.
Okay, so come. Hey guys, so tonight I was showing Charlie and his brother Alex a kind of a cool setup that I used to do a lot. So I'm a smaller person, so the way I do things is a little bit different. Actually, it's actually not just size, but who you fight with. The amount of size and mass difference can alter the way you fight. So not just physical size, but relative to who you fight with. So I'm fighting with this guy. Oh, no. So I'm grounding and pounding him. And, okay, if he raises his hand, obviously I'm going to armbar and stuff. But let's just say he covers well. But when he covers well, he forgets to monitor my thigh. So I'm going to take advantage of the space. Okay, so come up a little bit so you can see. So I'm right away, I'm going to kill the space. So I might control the hand, or I might just hop, whatever, right? So sometimes I fight with people a lot bigger than me. I can't even reach my hand down. But in this case, I'm just going to hold on to his body. I'm just going to do a quick hop. Boom. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm going to keep on hitting him. Okay, so come over here a little bit more. And then what we're going to do is, so how I teach my students is I don't just teach technique, I teach the function of why things work. So in this case, if you control hands like this, move your hands around, it's very hard to control, especially if I'm a smaller person. Okay, and over the years, I came up with the term called simple machinery versus complex machinery. So a complex machinery is a machinery that has more than one joint. Okay, so in this case, we're dealing with 1 and 2 joints. So move your hand, very hard to control. So our goal, if we want to neutralize or kill something, is to make it simple machinery. So think of complex machinery as a robot, probably 2 million lines of code. If I control it from here, I only have to write 1 million lines of code. So I'm fighting with him, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have complex machinery and simple machinery. I'm not going to control both here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this across his head, and I'm going to feed this down. Boom. Okay, now because there's a slight angle difference, I need to make up the difference for that. So I'm going to turn my body toward 1 o'clock. So if this is 12, this is 1. So what I'm going to do now is this will eventually come back. So I have to somehow hold this down. So I'm going to hold it with my thigh. So I'm going to replace it with my thigh. Okay, and not simply replace it, but also orientate my body. So come over here a little bit, Alex. Yeah, over here, but not too close. Okay, so I'm going to replace it. Boom. Okay, now here's the part that a lot of people make a difference. They sit too far back, and then they raise their hand. Now look at how high I have to raise my hand before the armbar applies. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to encroach and slowly try to move up toward this elbow joint. Okay, and so basically I'm going to slowly encroach. So now I'm here, I'm going to squeeze. And then the next machinery is we're going to pretend to dig in. And we're going to orientate our wrist so that it fits perfectly to his wrist bone. So if you look at the way your hand is designed, it's a perfect wedge relative to his wrist. So I'm going to reach in and grab, and it's really important to manipulate. Okay, so don't simply pull it up. I'm going to manipulate so that pinky is pointing up and thumb is pointing down. And I'm not simply pulling up, especially if this is a violent fight and I'm a small person, because my weight's going to get shifted backward. I'm going to try to drive my weight forward while raising. And I'm going to raise my hip. I'm going to raise my hip into him. That's how it feels. That's all we're going to do, okay? So one more time, you can stay there in real time. Now, you have to, as you get better, you'll learn to transition the hand quick. So you're hitting him and you're smashing. And now I'm here. And see, I'm controlling both wrists, and this hand's here. I'm going to pass over to this wrist. And then I'm going to shove, and I'm going to replace, and I'm here. I might ground a few times, and then see how tight I am? Ask him how it feels. That's the move right there. Okay? All right, last time, if you want to film it from here, Alex. Okay, sorry, let's move back a little bit. Okay, so if you were just watching, whenever you try to do some kind of submission or neutralize someone, think of it in terms of simple machinery and complex machinery. So especially I'm a smaller guy, this is complex machinery, we want simple machinery. So I'm hitting him, and I'm going to neutralize the space, okay? And then I'm going to shove, replace, and this hand will come back, so I'm going to replace again. I'm going to learn to shift my body, I'm going to drive my body forward, and I'm going to go in, and ask him how it feels, and I'm going to squeeze. All right. So, anything you want to talk about that you felt when your brother did it, when I did it, like, how did you, like, one felt better than the other? What were a couple of key points?
Yours is so freaking tight. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, it was a bummer long before the armbar came. You know?
Okay. You want to switch camera with your brother really quick?
Like, you know.
So I'll do it on your brother so you can see the detail. Okay, let him hold it. So my armbar was already like cinched even before.
Dude, it was uncomfortable long before the armbar.
Okay, so there was a lot of slack when he did it.
And like only one of my eyes could see out through the hole.
Okay, so we're here. Okay, so we can hit right away. We're gonna kill the space if he doesn't know how to defend against a mount properly. Okay, so I'm gonna hit and I'm gonna defend, and I'm already working. I'm gonna hit again. If I wanted to, I'm gonna throw an elbow, boom, and now I run my wrist over to here. Do you see the detail?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to do this because he can see it. So I'm like elbow, and then from here I run it to here, then I pass, and then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna physically shift my body over, boom, and this is what you guys are not doing. See the space here? We're gonna slowly encroach on this space. That's how it feels. And then I'm here, and we're not gonna be happy just like this, because he's gonna move around, and he's gonna try to expand his body. So we're not gonna let that expansion happen. We're gonna come in very subtly, and that's how it feels. Do you feel it? Okay. Okay. You can hit, push across. If this is a real fight, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna elbow, and then when I pass this hand, I'm not gonna be nice about it. I'm gonna drop my elbow on top of his face, put my foot on the ground, shift my body back, get over, okay, and then come down, and then slowly do our move. You gotta have at least 3 attacks from that position, so that on the day of the fight, you feel the hip change, the motion change. Okay, so it's not about alternative movements, it's about the sensational, how your body feel at that moment in time. Okay, because how he shifts, the position dictates what move you do. So anyways, there's about 4 or 5 attacks I do. I train my students when it's MMA, ground and pound, into it. Okay, there's a couple other ones, but I can't demonstrate tonight because Alex, his chest is not as high. But I would do a move where when I fight against a big guy, I would slide down his chest into another armbar. So anyways, I don't know if you guys see those details before. Probably. It's been around forever.
Does this specific armbar have a name?
I don't know. I mean, the one I just showed?
Yeah.
Here, let's demonstrate. I don't know. I mean, I call it the slide. So I go. Okay. So let's, I call it the crossover. I don't know. Boom. Okay. I don't know. Come up with a name. Maybe the tie. You know, the tie up. Okay. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to replace. Okay. If this is a real fight, I'm just going to like that. And then I'm going to encroach. Really important to encroach. Okay. And then ask him how it feels. See, he's already doing it. All right. Okay. Anyways, guys.
I would have called it the cross-face armbar.
Cross-face armbar. That's nice. Thank you so much for watching.